I thought I fixed that. Hey, what's up, Emerald Coast?
Apparently not.
I've been trying to create automation to make things easier for me to just do a button push and then.
You're trying to make a real show.
It's live
and
TV.
I come on and ruin it by just making stuff up, bringing coffee.
I'm RJ Murdoch. This is Chris Seaman. Welcome to the show. Basically, this is a daily show every day at 11 o'clock. Something you can watch while you're eating lunch or later on this evening when you're
laying in bed.
Or you're stuck
Most
in line
of these
over
are still in bed.
I was at Tijuana Flash last night. I mean, I could have watched the whole show almost twice before I was finally able to get into the drive-thru because everybody wanted Taco Tuesdays.
That's good.
But welcome to the show. We basically talk about life here on the Emerald Coast and people that are of interest, and also during this pandemic life, what we can do to kind of help to give you information that's useful, helpful, and hopefully uplifting. And then I have Chris.
Yes, then he has me. And listen, we live in, when we came to do this, RJ, it was all about, we live in the prettiest place in the world.
Yes.
And I'm in the hospitality industry. We live in the, we got 4 days, what is it, 3 days to get to there? 3 days to go. Be patient,
like
people.
That right now.
We live in the prettiest place in the world, and we're surrounded by the most important military bases in the world. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like saying it. I like that plug, man. I'm a big fan. And along comes a pandemic. And life has changed, but how much will life be the same? How much will be different? And we're trying to highlight some people and some things that are still normal and what's going to happen downrange. And everybody's all excited about 3 days to get the beaches back open. There's a lot of controversy what to do. And we seem to make a lot of the controversy ourselves, and that's fun.
Yes, indeed.
So what we got today, RJ?
Do. Well, we've got a couple of things to look at over here. I mean, definitely, for the most part, it's called, this is a new segment, started brand new today.
Uh-oh. He never tells me anything. I walk in and go, this is what we're doing. It's on the screen.
Right. It's on the screen. Well, it's okay. I'm going to cross my finger, hope that it is what I think it is. There it goes. Today is, right now, it's called...
Calendar Day?
Shameless Plug Day.
Okay.
And just as a shameless plug, just want to let everybody know that if you're watching on Facebook on Emerald Coast TV, we appreciate that. We're also available on the YouTube and on the Roku.
Look
and
at
Amazon
you, RJ.
Fire.
You got all the logos up there.
This is left over from the basketball, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But still,
give you a lot of credit. You make us look all professional.
Yeah, shameless plug.
That's
but
fair.
It's
Get
cool.
Your head out of the way of the
But
logo.
you know what? I also got a shameless plug for you, because if you don't know...
Oops, not that one. There's nothing about a rose in me and a shameless plug.
What happened?
Not going to happen.
It didn't happen.
It's a picture of Crab Island. I know it is.
Yeah, it's
a picture of CrabIsland.com. Which, when we come up with our guests, we got some plans now, because I think there's going to be a car out there. We have the dealership.
Dealership.
I mean, I'm ready to change the whole plan of the show now.
For the shameless plug for
what's up,
Crab
guys?
Island.
What's up, Emerald
Oh, wait a minute.
This is Ryan with your CrabIsland.com.
Look at he just interrupts.
It is overcast. About to start raining. I can feel it now. Crab Island's going to stink today, but the forecast is getting better, so we should have Friday, Saturday, Sunday pretty nice. So I'll see you out there on Saturday. Back to you guys in the studio. Chris, RJ, enjoy that Moss coffee. Delish.
Yes.
Yeah. He needs to work on waiting for us to introduce him.
So I know. Well, I was actually trying to use it as a segue to reload the CrabIsland.com.
Thank you very much for that shameless plug.
So that way we could do the shameless plug. So.
You left out the logo at the bottom where the cyber meets the sandbar.
Well,
that's okay. I said
it's
it.
only
It's
as much as the screen was able to show at the moment there. So
what else we got?
Hey, it's that time for what national day is it
These
today?
are things that have gone on historically that we forgot about that are still in the present.
They're still in the present. I mean,
because
today,
it's a calendar. So today is?
Today is it's called National Peace Rose Day. Now this is that like light yellowish orange type of rose that you see.
Okay.
It's a garden rose.
It's called the
actually,
Peace Rose.
It's kind of a hybrid tea rose. It was actually created right before in France. I believe the gentleman's name is Melanie.
TMI.
Yeah. Well,
I just know I gave those to a girl one time.
Yeah. Before France was about to be invaded by the Germans, he passed this along to several different nations, including the United States as well, and that's what it's known for.
Okay, there you go.
All right, so
information.
Useless information.
Okay, here we go.
Hey,
this is about our show today. Food.
Sort of. We're talking about food today in our
food.
show, but it's actually National Shrimp Scampi Day.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yeah.
I can do that. National Shrimp Scampi Day. That's what's on the menu tonight.
So it's interesting because scampi is actually a word for the prawns.
That is correct.
So, but they're using shrimp.
He's learning restaurant lingo.
Yeah, I am.
Prawn.
Prawn.
What else?
You know.
What the heck's that? Oh,
The
hey,
zipper.
how you
National
doing?
Zipper Day. You know, we take for granted how much the zipper has helped everyday life.
We take for granted zippers.
I mean, it wasn't really officially patented until about 1915.
Ryan, do not send me any jokes about zippers at all. Do not do it.
But I tell you, from a marketing perspective,
Wait a minute, Sam's on here. I know Sam's got zipper jokes.
supposedly there's a gentleman who actually created something very similar to it back in 1851, but he never really marketed it, so he kind of lost out on that. Now this guy's got the patent for the zippers. Everybody's got zippers.
Okay, well, fair enough.
All right.
I'm a bigger fan of Velcro, but okay, go ahead.
It's also National Denim Day. So it's a great day to be wearing
Does that
jeans.
go with zippers?
It does not.
It does if you
But
do
it's,
the
you know,
jeans joke.
But it's not.
Those
it's not,
jeans look good on you, but
it's
they
not
look
what you
better on my
expect it to
bedroom
be.
floor.
You think, oh, hey, we're celebrating wearing jeans, but it's actually to try to make national recognition for sexual abuse.
Oh, as I made that
You
joke.
would never
Thanks a
have
lot,
thought
RJ.
that. Yeah, and I know.
All right, I'm in timeout. I'm in timeout.
It's
Thanks a
outta
lot.
here.
That's just perfect.
But
That was
basically,
a setup.
No matter, yeah, like one.
I'm going to get
one in
scolded.
6, yeah.
I'm going to have all kinds of people write bad things about me. No, it's just like a normal Wednesday.
But he didn't know. He didn't know. A lot of us don't know, so that's why we're bringing it up.
All right, fair enough. Fair
So
enough. We made it
it's
through National
Denim Day in awareness.
Give
of
some credit to our
sexual
caffeine there
abuse
today.
and its victims and the prevention of. All right. So again, we get these from nationaldaycalendar.com. It's a great source. We really appreciate it. So this is their shameless plug. Thank
Fair
you
enough.
very much, National. Yeah. So and also a shameless plug
That's
for
the fuel of the show.
Our one sponsor. We run this show only on coffee.
Pretty much. I run my whole day on Moss Coffee, 8 to 2, 6 days a week, right across the street here of the studio in downtown Fort Walton Beach. Jim over there gave us an Aloha coffee today.
Yeah.
Thanks. This show's going to go fast.
This show is going to go
All right, let's
really
go.
fast. All right. This guy's logo has been all over the place.
Yes.
And we do want to give him a good shout out. But also, what he's talking about today is going to be sort of what we're going to be talking
So
about.
this
Tell us-
morning I
lead us
called
in,
you
Chris.
and I said, hey, RJ, here's the topic today. You got some really great guests coming on. And I'm a big fan of John Krasinski from The Office and Jack Ryan. I'm ready for Amazon to do the next 10 seasons. But he started doing his pandemic life video. Now, he's got some more resources than you and I do and some more connections. So he's got a little bit of a head start and an advantage. But I like to do a shameless plug for him because what he's doing to bring attention to people that are struggling, basically SGN is some good news. Mm-hmm. So for us that are just struggling to have good news, I tell you what, I can't watch that show without laughing and crying at the same time. I'm not ashamed to say it. It's comedy at its best.
Mm-hmm.
Even his show today, or last night, if you will, you could see the glassiness of his eyes because it's food. Food touches our soul. We're going to talk to our guest today, man. That is to me, food is an art form, and it really connects everybody.
And it hits me right here.
I bet it does, because I don't think you're a really good cook. And but
absolutely true.
I've been in the bar restaurant business since I was I could walk, and so it's a big deal. So I encourage people to go. I don't mind stealing his logo. And stealing his intellectual property. He highlights people that do that. So we're highlighting it back because it's my motivating force mixed with some coffee to come talk about some good news here in the Panhandle. And so, RJ, introduce our guest today because I want to eat. Fat Boy likes to eat.
Fat Boy likes to eat.
Fat Boy likes to eat.
Well, actually, we heard about these guys
in the paper.
On Monday. They were featured on the front page. Because they released a YouTube video,
correct,
for this concept called the Pandemic Kitchen. So they've got a YouTube channel,
right?
They couldn't find. I mean, there's several pandemic kitchens in Facebook, but at least on YouTube they were able to lock in that name. So good job for those guys.
Good for them.
They put out one video, and they get the front page news.
Okay, don't be jealous.
I am.
Don't be jealous.
We've been here for over a week.
Yeah,
We haven't seen anything
nerd.
yet. But
These guys are
without
cooking.
further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our callers. Hey guys, how you doing? Introduce yourselves.
Hey, guys, you.
Oh, no, wrong one, RJ. Hey, Chris. Hey, RJ. That was great. I'm out. See you
This is
later.
live
Take
TV.
over. That was beautiful.
Hey, and you guys swapped on me. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Okay,
swap?
so it's backwards. So that's.
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at the Zoom screen, and you know how the Zooms always have it backwards?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to take that out.
See what happens
because
when you do food. You want
That's
to leave
not-
when you
that's
do
not right
the
at all.
food. You want to leave the artwork to the talented people in the room, not the nerds that think, "Oh, we can do this better. I got a spatula, therefore I can cook."
It was a Zoom
Hey, Mike.
operator
Hey,
error.
Michael. Hey, Derek. Man, I'm thrilled to have you both here. When I read that article in the paper, that touched me right in the heart too, man. That's fantastic. You guys work at Step One Automotive, which has taken over the market by storm in the car industry, and that's fantastic in its own right. But we're not even really here to talk about the cars, although you're welcome to. I want to talk a little bit about what you guys are doing, the motivation behind it. And I'm going to go back to some of the key words I thought of, but just tell us a little bit how you got started and how it's going as we get to you today.
So let's see, one of the guiding principles at Step One is that we're here to help. We're here to do good for the local community. And, a lot of us believe that, that's our mission. Our mission is to touch the lives of people around us and to make everybody's lives better. So one of the things that I was able to do over the years, I spent 11 years living in New York City, and I've eaten at basically all the best restaurants in New York. And I've got a talent where I can taste something and I can tell you like what goes into it and how they made it. And so I've been accumulating knowledge, and now that I'm here, now that people are stuck in their homes, can't go out to nice restaurants, working with a limited budget, how can I take a lot of what I've learned and give back to everybody and show them, no, you don't have to do terrible food. You don't have to go for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches if you're trying to feed people for, 4 people for $6. You can actually make really, really delicious food. You just need a little bit of knowledge, and I have that knowledge, and I'm here to share it.
That's outstanding. So, Derek, how did you get rolled into to the other half of the show? Where'd he go?
Well, I had always seen Mike cooking in the kitchen here in the break room, and I've always wanted to shoot something different outside of my normal 9-to-5 stuff. So a cooking channel kind of came to mind, and I saw his abstract items that he was bringing in, and I figured with our two creativeness, we can come up with something different. And I wanted to give my hand at filming cooking, and we kind of just joked about it a month ago, and it became a thing.
One of the things I love about the style that you guys are doing is the fact that it's not pretentious at all, or it's not canned or something like that. It's kind of got that raw feel to it. You're walking through the aisles of Walmart. You're looking at the prices, and you're like, 20 pounds of rice, $4? Yeah, but then you got the DSLR, kind of the cinematic type of, let's get close to the food. We're not just doing a wide shot. Hey, I'm mixing this. You're into the shot itself. And Derek, I give you a lot of credit for that, because I can understand. So you guys are telling me that you guys like shoot the stuff on Friday, and then you're editing. Give us the workflow you guys are working with.
So we typically shoot on Friday. Sometimes when there's items that take longer, like for example, this week we're going to do brisket, because briskets are back in stock over at Walmart and Sam's Club. A lot of people have no idea what you do with a giant,
that's a big factor,
drive mechanism of a cow. And so where we bought one, we cut it up into pieces, put it in the sous vide machine last night. Derek shot the disassembly and the loading into the cooking. It's going to go 48 hours for some pieces, 72 for some pieces, and then he's going to come on Friday, and we're going to do a very simple herb crusted brisket that'll be very juicy and very delicious. And
you're bringing some over here to the studio, I believe, as well. Is that what you guys were saying?
I'm sure we can arrange that, or you can just come by on Friday when we do the actual cooking. And then Derek spends his spare time outside of work doing the video editing, and then we're going to meet up one of these nights to do the voiceover for it. And that's we're going to release the video, and we'll probably put here's all the costs involved in cooking this, and the goal is to try and be able to feed 4 people for under $10 for most of these meals.
Now you tell me you have, I call it a superhero talent there, and you mentioned this to me on the phone call the other day, was the fact that you challenge your friends to give you something to taste, and you try to figure out the ingredients that make something else taste just like that. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I can taste stuff and I can tell you like what, yeah, look at it. I can tell you like, you know, for a steak, was it a conventional sear? Is it a reverse sear? Is it sous vide? If you give me a burger, I can tell you, you know, how that burger was cooked. I can like last 2 weekends ago, I was home and bored, bought a bag of Doritos, and I wound up eating Doritos, and I took some sour cream and I mixed ingredients into my Dorito, into my sour cream to make my sour cream taste exactly like a Dorito, and I wrote down like exactly what goes in it.
So you have a Dorito flavored.
The kind
I have
of
a Dorito
it's
flavored
dip.
sour cream.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
basically, what
It's
I'm
usually
sitting over here. What I'm sitting over here drooling about is the fact that I'm getting ready to open a new small space to deliver some food, and basically I'm going to feature your food out of that location, and we're going to deliver it. So we're going to take your. I'm negotiating with you right here live on social media that make it in bulk enough that we can package it up and we can get it out to all of Fort Walton Beach, and I think that'll be a. I don't know. I want to help. I want to help you, help the community. I think I like to do that all the time out of the bars and restaurants that I've had in the past. That's a big thing. I commend you on that. You know, when I read the article, it was funny that the first two words that I saw were, first of all, beef stroganoff. I was like, all right, I'm hooked, because that's when I came home from college.
Beef stroganoff.
That was my mom's go-to dish to feed me. So when I saw beef stroganoff, I'm like, huh, what are these guys doing? So that was the hook. And then when I saw you talked about texture in your food, man, you took me back to my college days, and the fact that you can take just the average item, the basic staple, and figure out ways to enhance it, to change it, to mix it with something else, to create something, come out with something, and turn it. I commend you on that. So I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite thing just to start with to twist it around and do something else? I mean, is there a particular, you know, like if somebody said if there was a hot sauce, everybody goes right to sriracha. You know, that's the hot trendy thing, no pun intended. Is there something that you guys like to go, hey, let's make something with this today? Is there a favorite? I know you had 5,000 dishes in your head, so how do you narrow that down?
I'd have to say my favorite meat in terms of its flexibility is brisket. So we're doing a brisket episode. Brisket has a lot of fat, but it's also very tough. It's an item where you need a sous vide machine in order to really bring out the best in it. But you know, you can grind it up, you can make ground beef out of it, you can put it into cubes, you can make stroganoff. I mean, I sound like that guy from Forrest Gump with the shrimp. Yeah. But,
there you go. That's perfect. So, Derek, are you doing the cocktails while he's doing the cooking?
No, he's doing those too. I do a lot of the sampling.
drinking. He does the sampling.
The sampling.
The sampling. That's. I mean, listen. There's a lot of responsibility to the sample. Go ahead. Say that again. I didn't hear that. Say that part again.
Well, usually we have the drinks first. It steadies the hands for the camera work, and you know.
I've been saying it a long time to my camera guy.
Well, but I was starting to say there's a lot of, don't dismiss the fact that you're the sampling guy, because there's a lot of responsibility. This is one thing I've known in all the restaurants I've worked around the country, the ones that I've owned. The guy to your right, that's a huge ego. So for you to be able to look at him and say, nah, that's not right, add some more, there's a lot of, there's a big purpose to what you have to do. So stay strong as he's over there going, this tastes good. No, have the courage to say, no, you can make it better, because that's how you challenge a chef to make something really good. Now, if he turns to you and say, shut up and wash the dishes, you might have to say, okay. That's the downside of being the sampling guy. Just so you know, I've been in the restaurant business a little bit, so I'll just give you that piece of advice. But that's fantastic, man. You guys, I'm so glad you came on here today. It's
I'm so
outstanding.
looking forward to it. Yes, absolutely.
What else you got?
I had something else, but you got me thrown off with beef stroganoff.
Why don't
that's
you,
one of my favorites. Say that again. Oh yeah, what's it? Let's another. We need a shameless plug
For Step One Automotive.
Well, no, for their YouTube channel. I mean, they're
letting us use their conference room.
They've got a limited number of subscribers right now. They need at least 100 so they can actually then have youtube.com/Pit Pandemic Kitchen.
Okay, well, there's
so
the shameless
we're challenging
plug.
everybody
There you go.
to go ahead and go to YouTube right now and like their channel. And then if you can get over 1,000, woo, you're in the money.
There we go.
So
fellas,
keep making the food, keep making the videos.
So real quick though, before you go, special thanks to Step One for letting you use the conference room to have the conversation with us. And I see Derek over there spinning his head when he saw the Crab Island logo. That right now I got a guy. That's one of my things to say is I got a guy in the marketing and connections of this town. We all do a lot of working together, and I got a guy that's got a barge. I know you got a car, so I could see a Crab Island Step One Automotive concert coming to a sandbar near you. We're going to have a whole other show about that.
Yeah, we can just helicopter the car onto the...
No, you drive it on. Hey, fellas, thanks for being here today,
yeah, thanks
man.
a
Fantastic.
lot. Appreciate it. It was really good. And we'll chat with you guys in a little bit. All right, take care, guys.
There you go, Arjo.
That was a great show.
That
Oh
was
my
good.
gosh.
Those guys have some great recipes and some great food, and what a concept. They're in a car dealership. These guys come together and put this concept out there to help people make affordable food at home really good and taste like you're in some of these fantastic restaurants we have around the area, and doing it for, and they're helping people. That's fantastic. And I definitely want to eat Friday.
And I definitely see it going way beyond just this period over here, because
Absolutely.
It's a superhero skill he has.
Yes, that's absolutely right. It's not easy taking affordable food, cheap food for the most part, and turning that into some, let's just call it, for the average consumer, some gourmet food, some creativity behind it. That's a really cool talent. I've got a lot of restaurant chef friends that would probably want to pitch in and give you a lot of ideas, because there's an art to it, and I commend them for it. So, but thank you for a great show today, and thanks everybody for watching.
Absolutely.
And the comments we got in there, some heckling about meat. Thank you very much for the meat comments and Velcro. I have some really weird friends.
Yeah, and all I can say is Friday.
We'll see you out there.
We'll see
Stay
you on the
rational,
beach.
my friends. Stay
Matter of
rational.
fact, quick note, on Friday morning, if you're out there around 8:30, the Golf Area is actually going to be doing a turtle release, so you get an opportunity to actually check that out. So a little plug in for the Golf Area and my friend Patrick out there. So have a good day, folks, and thanks for watching.